So, welcome everyone. Um, so, um, Tune-up balls today. So the tune-up balls in their tote, just keep them in their tote, and the alpha ball, and have a strap or a belt or whatever you've got. If you don't have tune-up balls, I think you all do. Um, you can use some tennis balls, 2 blocks, and your bolster. So you can go ahead and lay down. So make yourself comfortable on the floor. And if you've got a bolster, you can use that underneath your legs, under the thigh side of your knees. If you have a cushion, you can use that under your head. And just have your tune-up balls and your strap close by. And just go ahead and lay down on your mat and get as comfortable as you can. So make any little adjustments you need to make to your position. Draw the shoulders down away from your ears, letting the shoulder blades rest flat against your mat. Lengthen the back of your neck. Tuck your chin in slightly so that it's a little lower than your forehead. And let the feet and the knees fall away from each other. And just begin to go inside yourself and begin to connect to your inner space, your inner landscape. And begin to focus on your breathing. Noticing your inhalations and your exhalations. And tuning into breath, tuning into your energy body. And tuning into your physical body. So scanning your body slowly from your toes to the crown of your head. And just notice any sensations, tingling inside the body, on the surface of your skin, beginning to connect with body, with your physical form. Feel your bones getting heavier. Feel your mind becoming calmer, more still. And feel your muscles begin to soften and relax. Feeling the muscles melting down into the earth. Tuning into that feeling of release, of letting go. Bring your awareness to your heart space. And if you like, you can place one hand on your heart, maybe one hand on your belly. And feel yourself connecting with your heart. Noticing any sensations here, any emotions. And then bring to mind something that brings you joy, something that makes your heart sing. Just one thing. And feel in your whole body the sensation of joy, of love. Take a deep inhale. Hold this image or this person in your mind. And then as you exhale, let it go. Take another deep inhale. Open the mouth and let it go through the mouth. Settling into your mat. Last deep inhale. And release. Come back to your regular breathing. Maintaining this connection to your breath, your body, and your heart throughout your practice. You can gently blink your eyes open. And we'll begin with the tune-up balls. So you'll need a block underneath your head and the tune-up balls on top of your block. And then you're going to rest your the back of your head, your occipital ridge. So the two indentations at the base of your skull, you want the balls to go right into that spot. So place your block on the mat, place your tune-up balls, make sure they're snug in their tote. And just align the balls up so that they are in those two indentations, just below the base of the skull. And the knees can be bent, just resting your hands wherever they're comfortable, on the belly or on the floor. And take a few deep breaths here. Just allowing your head to get used to the tune-up balls in the muscles of the neck, head. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. And then slowly start to turn your head to the right. And then back through center and over to the left. And through center and over to the right. And just keep going slowly, shaking your head from side to side. And if the balls start to move out of the way, just pop them back into place. You can even hold the tune-up balls with your hands and slowly shake your head from side to side and just feel it out. Notice where you feel tension in this part of your body. Maybe this feels really good. It does feel good for me. Good. And then come back to center and start to nod your head. Yes. Slowly. Remember to breathe. Okay, and then come back to center. And we'll combine these two movements. So turn your head over to the right. And then nod your head, yes. Breathing normally. Come back through center and then over to the left. Adjust the balls if you need to and nod the head yes. And then just do that a couple more times each side. And if it feels better just to rock the head from side to side, you can do that. So this is meant to feel relaxing and good. So just do what feels good in your body and just adjust the balls accordingly. Releasing tension in the neck. Okay, and then come back to center. Take the tune-up balls out. Just rest your head on the block for a moment. Let the knees come together. Let your feet be wide. Hands on your belly. And take a few breaths. Okay, so you can lift your head and move the block out of the way. So we'll take the tune-up balls again, and this time we're going to place them right about here on your back. So you stay on your back and move the balls behind your back to about as low as you can reach. And then interlace the hands behind the head and lift your hips. So you're balancing on the tune-up balls. And then start to push-pull with your feet. So as you pull, the balls go up the back, and as you push, the balls will come down your back. So just rolling the balls up and down either side of your spine, giving your rhomboids a nice massage. And if your t-shirt is getting caught up in the tune-up balls, just hang on to the collar of your shirt so that it doesn't get all wrapped up in your yoga tune-up balls. And if the balls start to move off course, just pop them back into place and a couple more up and down. Okay. And then you can take your tune-up balls out and lay down. Just relax for a moment and take a few breaths. Okay. And so grab your alpha ball and we'll just get into the low back for a couple of minutes. So lift your hips up and slide so the ball is coming to your quadratus lumborum. So we're coming to the right side of the spine. So it's above the pelvis and to the right of the spine. So it's going right into this muscle here, the QL, on the right side of your spine. So just place the ball there. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. And then release the weight of your body onto the alpha ball. And take a few deep abdominal breaths. Now when you feel a little shift, maybe the hips come a little closer towards the floor, maybe you feel a release in the muscles, you can straighten the right leg. And then just start to rock from right to left. So maybe even your left knee is coming over to the right and then back, just moving your QL muscle and that pretty tight tendon there. Just move your body over the ball. It might even feel like sort of plucking across that tendon. Releasing tension in your low back and breathe. Okay, and then come back to center. And we'll do we'll rock on our right heel. So rock up and down. So it's as if you're pressing the accelerator with your right foot. So press down and then up, down, and then up. And you can speed this up so that your whole body is moving up and down towards the top of your mat and then towards the bottom of your mat, massaging the muscle in a different way. Keep breathing. Okay, and then carefully bend the right knee, put on the floor, lift the hips, take the ball out, release the hips, take a little break, relax the legs, and take a few breaths. And let's do the left side. Lift the hips, slide the ball to the left of the spine and just above the pelvis. And take a few abdominal breaths here, letting your lumbar area get used to the ball being here. Maybe it feels a little different on this side. And after a few breaths, you should feel some kind of a letting go or release in the low back. And then you can straighten the left leg. And start to rock your body from left to right. The right knee moves over to the left and then back. And just plucking across the muscle here. And breathe. Okay, and then come back to center and that same action of rocking on the left heel. So press down with the left foot, left ball of the foot, and then release down and up. And you can go slow, you can go faster, just moving in a way that feels appropriate for your body, that feels good for your body. Okay, and then come back to your feet, planted flat on the floor. Lift the hips, take the ball out, relax the legs flat on your mat, and take a couple of breaths. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Just stretch out the area that we've just massaged and rock from side to side. Make some circles across the back of your pelvis, your sacrum, and reverse directions. Okay, and then release the feet to the floor. Move your tune-up balls out of the way. And the first shape that we'll come into is banana asana. So reach your arms above your head. Reach the heels away from the body. And we'll stretch out the right side first. So start to walk your feet over to the left. So walk the feet to the left until you start to feel a pull in the right side of your body. Then start to move your arms and your head and your shoulders. You might just have to walk your shoulders over to the left. And option to catch the elbows. You can catch your wrist, or you can just let the arms rest above the head in an unbound way. Try to make the pose as passive as you can. So maybe cross your right ankle over the left. Just hook it over so that your leg can stay in place and you can relax the body a little more. So relax your arms, relax your shoulders, relax your legs and your feet. Relax your face, your jaw. And just enjoy this sensation of stretch through the right side of your body. Option to always move a little deeper into the pose if you feel like your body is looking for some more stretch. You can always just wiggle your torso and your feet a little bit more to the left. Just taking care not to go too far. Three more breaths. Carefully uncross your ankles if they're crossed. Slowly bring the feet back to center. Bring your upper body back to center. Reach the body long, stretch it nice and long, and then hug your knees in towards your chest. Release your low back. Give it a nice massage and just do what feels good for your low back. Circles, rocking from side to side. And we'll do the other side. Reach the arms above the head and lengthen the legs long. Start to move the feet, this time over towards the right until you feel a pull. Then start to move your upper body over to the right and catch your elbows, a wrist, maybe cross your left ankle over your right. And see where you can soften the body. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms, head and the neck. Breathing softly, gently in and out through your nose. When you notice tension start to come back into the body, Just being aware of this and allow your body to let go, to relax. Maybe an option to move a little deeper into the pose if that's something your body is asking for. Otherwise, just stay as you are. I'm feeling a moderate stretch through the whole left side of your body, from your outer left leg all the way up to your shoulder. Let's take 3 more breaths. Carefully uncross your ankles. Bring the feet back to center. Bring your upper body back to center. Stretch the body long and release the low back. But hugging the knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side. Make some circles one way and circles the other way. And then find your strap. And we'll stretch out the hamstrings. We'll stretch out the legs. So we'll draw the right knee in towards the chest and straighten the left leg. And just take a few breaths here, hugging your knee in towards your chest, rotating the ankle a few times one way. And rotating the right ankle a few times the other way. And then find your strap. Place it around the bottom of your right foot. Extend the heel to the sky. Crisscross the strap. Wrap your hands around your strap. And just slide the hands down so that your elbows are resting on the floor. The right knee can be slightly bent. It doesn't have to be straight. And breathe here. Breathing into the belly of the right hamstring. The left leg can relax, left foot relax. And breathe. Take both ends of the strap into your left hand. Take your right thumb and press it into the right frontal hip crease to keep the hip level down in space. And let the right foot move to the left. Cross the body, not too far. Keep both hips flat on your mat. And breathe here into muscles on the outside of the leg, your IT band, fascia lata, and breathe here. Inhale the leg back to center. Switch hands. So grab the strap with your right hand. Take your left hand and place it on the left frontal hip bone to keep your hip down in space and guide your right foot out to the right. Make sure your left hip doesn't pop off the floor. If it does, you've gone too far. Inhale the right foot back to center. Bend the knee, release your strap, and relax your leg. Just rest for a moment here and take a few breaths. And we'll do the other side. So hug your left knee in towards your chest, interlacing the fingers around the front of your shin, and rotate your left ankle a few times one way, a few times the other way. And loop your strap around the bottom of the left foot, crisscross the strap, and slide your hands down the strap so that your elbows and your shoulders are resting on the floor. Little micro bend in the knee is okay. Relax the right foot and the right leg. And breathe here. Breathing into the whole back of the left leg. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, and take both ends of the strap into the right hand. Left thumb comes into your left frontal hip crease. Guide the foot over to the right across the body. Again, not too far, and breathe here. Your next inhale, slowly bring the foot back to center. Switch your hands and place your right hand on your right frontal hip bone. Guide your left foot out to the left. And breathe here. Make sure your right hip doesn't pop off the floor. Inhale the leg back to center. Bend your knee, release your strap, and release the leg. And take a few breaths here and relax. Just feeling the release in both your legs. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side. Circles. And then option to roll to one side and slowly come up. Or you can catch behind your knees and rock on your spine. And just give your spine a little massage. Come all the way up. And we'll come into butterfly. So you can use a bolster if you've got one underneath the legs. Get your blocks so that they're handy. And bring your feet in front of you and join the soles of the feet together. You might need something to sit up on if you're tilting back and not able to sit right up on your sitting bones. So if that's the case, just grab a cushion and sit up on a cushion or a folded blanket. I'm not going to use a bolster. Inhale into the spine. And then exhale, start to round from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Rest your hands on your feet or palms facing up in front of your feet. You can use a block on your heels or on the floor to rest your head on. And just begin to settle into this shape, butterfly. And notice where you feel the pull in your body, in your hips, in the muscles in your back, in your spine. Bring your awareness to your breath. See where you can relax and soften in the pose. Relax your face. Relax the shoulders, the neck. Relax the muscles on either side of the spine. Relax all the muscles around your hips. Relax the legs, the feet, your arms and hands. And simply breathe and be with sensation. Maybe reduce the height of your block. See if your body is ready to come a little lower. Or you can just take the block right out and let your body relax in space, relaxing the head and the neck. Relax the shoulders. Always feel free to make any adjustments you need to make to your shape. That means coming a little lower or backing it up a bit. Keep listening to your body and keep breathing softly, evenly, in and out through the nose. Take 3 more breaths. Turn the palms to face down. Slowly, slowly start to push the floor away from you. Walking the hands back in towards you. Coming all the way up. Use your hands to close your knees. Release the knees. Give them a little pump. And then just lean back on your hands and relax here. Take a few breaths. And lift your heart up. It's being drawn up towards the sky. Lift the heart up towards your chin. And then if it feels comfy, you can let your head fall back in space. If not, just keep the chin tucked in towards the chest. Giving your spine a little counter pose. And then release. Okay. So we'll bring the right leg in front and the left leg behind. So I'll be doing the opposite to you here. So right leg in front, left leg behind. Have a block handy, you might need it. And we'll start to walk the hands over to the right. So walking towards your right shoulder. So both hands come to the outside of the right thigh. And you can use your left hand on the knee to help twist your spine. And just take a couple of breaths here. And then maybe consider coming onto your forearms. So just walk your elbows towards the floor. If this doesn't feel good in your body, just come up here. Still getting a twist in the spine. Wringing out the belly, wringing out the spine. Just relax the muscles around your hips. You can use a block under your head if that helps to support you. can also take the block out and come all the way down your head onto your hands. And just feeling a nice stretch through the left side, left waist. Relax the shoulders. And we'll slowly start to release, pressing the hands into the floor. And start to unwind the body. Shoulders a little round, back in space, and then let's swap sides. So left leg forward, right leg back. And they don't have to be 90-degree angles. They can be a little less, both of them, just bringing the feet closer towards the body, but working towards having two 90-degree angles with the legs. And we'll start to walk the hands towards the left shoulder this time. And again, your right hand can press onto the left knee to deepen the twist a little. Make sure you've got a block if you need it, if you're coming a little deeper. And then consider coming down onto your forearms, down onto your elbows. And feeling a stretch now in the right hip and waist area. Relax your glutes, relax your legs. Maybe take the block out, make a pillow with your hands, and release your head down to your hands. And we'll slowly start to release, pressing the hands into the floor, unwinding your spine, release the back leg forward, and just give your knees a little release. Take a couple of breaths. And let's make our way down onto our back. Grab a block. Bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. Lift your hips, slide your block underneath your sacrum. So not your low back. So right behind the hips, it's a nice flat bone, just behind, just the back of your pelvis. And straighten one leg. Notice how that feels. Maybe straighten the other leg. Notice how that feels. If it doesn't feel okay in your body, in your low back, just do this one leg at a time. You can bend one leg, and I'll let you know when we're halfway through. If you're not getting enough of a back bend here, you can bend the knees, lift the hips, move the block onto its medium height, so up one level, and then release the legs. Again, one leg at a time or both legs. And then the arms, you can reach the arms above the head to get a little more stretch through the intercostal muscles. And so feeling a nice stretch through the hip flexors, the front of the body, and feeling some compression in the low back. So passive supported back bend. And breathe. Feel the weight of the hips descending down into the block, relaxing the shoulders and the upper back down into your mat. Soften the face. If you're doing this one leg at a time, swap legs carefully and slowly. And we'll slowly start to release. So bending one knee, place the foot on the floor, bend the other knee, place the foot on the floor. If you're on the medium height, if you're up a level on your block, just squeeze the glutes and carefully lift the hips. Lower the block one level and let your hips settle into this height. And then before you remove the block, before you lift your hips, squeeze the glutes as if you're about to lift and then release. Squeeze, release, getting those muscles firing again. And then you can squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, slide your block out to the side, and have your block over on your right side. Relax the legs, and let's hug the knees in towards the chest. Release your low back. Take happy baby just for a few breaths. You can catch opposite feet or catch the outside edges of your feet or any other position. Catching behind the knees, catching the ankles, the big toes. Little rock from side to side. And release the feet to the floor. And we'll finish with a twist. So have something on your right side, a block or a bolster. Lift your hips off the floor and slide the hips over to the left. Release the hips down, straighten the right leg. Pick the left foot up off the floor. And so one-legged supine twist. Bring your left leg across the body, and then it can land on the block. You can, maybe you need the block a little higher to support the leg. Maybe you don't need a block at all. But just notice how your body feels and use as much or as little support as you need. And then the arms, they come to a T shape. So hands in line with the shoulders, and gaze is toward the ceiling or away from the left knee. So looking towards the left fingertips. And if this is too deep of a stretch, too deep of a twist, just bend the bottom leg and you can stack your knees, stack your feet if that feels more comfortable. So just maybe try both positions if this one-legged twist doesn't feel quite as comfortable as it could in your body. Relax your legs and your feet, especially your inner thighs. Feel the breath moving your low belly. Relax your heart space. Relax your neck, your head. 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, slowly, carefully start to bring the left leg back. Bring your hips back to center. And reach the arms above your head. Give your whole body a nice long stretch, inhaling and reaching. And exhale, relax the arms down alongside the body. And little release for the low back. Just squeeze the knees in. Little rock from side to side. And then we'll do the other side. So bring your block to the left side of your body. We'll bend the knees, place the feet flat on the floor, lift your hips, move your hips over to the right, lower the hips, straighten the left leg, pick up the right foot, and guide your right leg over to the left, landing on a block on whatever height works for you, or using a bolster. And then reaching the arms into a T shape or a cactus shape. And again, option to make this a gentler twist by bending the bottom leg, stacking the knees, stacking the ankles. So finding a twist that works for your body, where you don't feel too much of a pull through the low back, but just that moderate stretch, not too little, not too much. And then option to look towards the right fingertips or straight up towards the sky. And breathe. And relax the feet. Relax your legs, your inner thighs. Feeling a nice squeezing action through all your abdominal organs, through all the digestive organs, giving them a wring out, a little massage. Softening whenever you feel tension starting to come back into the body. And releasing consciously. Remaining aware of your breath. Three more breaths. Slowly and carefully start to move your right leg back to center. Bring your hips back to center. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Release the back, low back. A little rock from side to side. Some circles one way. And circles the other way. And then we'll release into Shavasana. So whatever props you've got, whatever props you like to use, you can use your bolster under your legs, something for under your head, and make yourself as comfortable as possible. Lift your right heel off the floor and extend the right heel away from the body, creating some space in your right hip joint. And then release. Put the heel to the floor. Lift your left heel and push it away from the body, lengthening through the leg. And releasing it to the floor. And let's draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Lengthen the back of your neck, tucking the chin in slightly. And we'll take the next few minutes to relax completely. So letting go of your practice, letting go of your body. Taking this time to rest, recover, recharge after our long held stretches, or deep stretches, letting the body recuperate and restore. And surrendering the whole weight of your body into the earth. Relaxing all your muscles, relaxing all your cells. Just feel the body dissolving and melting into the earth. Relax your whole front body and feel your front body sink down to meet your back body. And feel your whole back body. And release the whole back body down into the earth, letting go, relaxing completely. And let your next inhalation be an awakening breath, slowly deepening your breath and taking your time to come back into your body, to come back into the room. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing little movements back into the body. Gently rock your head from side to side. And rotate your wrists and your ankles, introducing some bigger movements, rotating them one way and then the other way. If you're using a bolster, bend the knees, place the feet on the bolster and push it away from you. Reach the arms above the head, stretch the legs long and stretch the body one last time, a long stretch. And then bend the knees, roll over onto your right side. Take a moment on your side. And slowly start to make your way back up into a comfortable seated position, sitting up on some height if you like. Resting the hands comfortably in your lap, palms facing up. And feel the breath in your body. And take a moment and notice how you feel in your body. How do you feel in your heart? Remembering to fill your heart with lots of joyful things, doing things that you love, that bring joy to your whole being. Notice how you feel in your mind. And sending lots of love and lots of joy out into the whole world. And sending that feeling out strongly. Let's bring the hands together and rub the hands together briskly. Make a little fire between the palms. And once you've found a bit of heat, cup your palms over your eyes. Release the hands down the face and the neck. Bring your hands palm to palm in front of your heart. Lift your heart up. Bow your head. And taking a moment to thank yourself for taking the time to nourish body, mind, and spirit. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this evening. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.